Howdy. Welcome to another video. It is the 20th of June. It's a Thursday evening or afternoon here. It's 15 minutes past 5 as I am recording this video right now. Today was good day. Got a poem here about humility. Just one of those things I was pondering about today with apprenticeships and whatnot, and how even on site I've found that I've had to kind of not hold my tongue, but just put aside my ego and how I'm feeling about certain things, and just try to be a sponge. It's fucking hard, but I think the older I get, and I think I've said this in a few like videos, where I think the more I want to become the man I am, the more I become the man I want to be, the more I am realizing how much I have to kill my ego. And in that sense, I think I know what I'm worth, but I find that my ego gets in the way of a lot of things that I want to be. And in order to be that man, to an extent, I have to kill my ego in order to allow myself to learn certain lessons. I think it's hard because you're kind of constantly trying to balance your self-worth and your ego as well, which is very difficult, because I think the world constantly tells you that you have to think of yourself as, this and this and this and this. And sometimes, or what I've realized is that because you put yourself, or you think of yourself so high, you might not, or you might miss the opportunity to learn something. So that's my interpretation. That's something that I've reflected on quite a bit this year. And anybody that's listening to this, feel free to share your thoughts, because I think it is a very kind of esoteric view. I don't think a lot of people have this sort of thinking with regards to humility and self-worth, because it's not something that a lot of people think about, but I do. So, look, I've got this poem called "To Be Humble is Sweet." Now, where did I hear esoteric? I heard someone said it in a video. I thought it was a cool word, and I've always wanted to use it. And I've used it a few times, not in these videos, but in person. And I think it means like a small group of people thinking the same thing, or something like that. To be humble is sweet. This was written by Sharon Lagaux, I don't know. Published on the 7th of December 2018. To be humble is sweet. It never hurts to be humble. It doesn't mean you're weak. Consider it a blessing. God keeps our spirit sweet. Blessed is the poor in spirit, who walks humbly with God. They serve in His kingdom, doing good deeds out of love. Humility keeps us humble. Humility keeps us sweet. And when we have humility, it roots are seated deep. It's better to be humble, careful of foolish pride. This way we won't stumble, being wise in our own eyes. Damn. Didn't know it was going to be religious. But I like that. I like that last line. That way we won't stumble, being wise in our own eyes. And even when I was explaining it, like the self-worth and whatnot, it's just within me. Like I have that sort of thinking, and I've tried explaining it to people before, but I often see that I'm trying to convince them of my way of thinking. And I really shouldn't. I should just be, fuck it, this is just how I think. This is how I've interpreted, your ego and your self-worth. And I've come to enjoy it, and I've come to learn a lot from it. You don't need to fucking see the way that I see. You don't need to, you know what I mean? Even as I say it out loud, it makes me a bit upset because I'm trying to convince you, whoever's watching this, about the way that I think. But I think it's just important just to acknowledge it. I was quite surprised it was a religious poem. I did not see that when I quickly skimmed over it. I didn't skim over it, I'll be honest. I just like the title of the "To Be Humble is Sweet." But that last paragraph really kind of more or less sums it up. It's better to be humble, careful of foolish pride. This way we won't stumble, being wise in our own eyes. Truly. It doesn't mean you're weak, I think. I think that's what people are so scared of. Well, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of being seen as weak or an idiot, but fuck my ego. That's just me. The amount of lessons I could have, I've missed out on because I've wanted to come off as I knew the answer or I knew something more than I should have. And I always think about Mike Tyson's that video. I don't know if I can post a link to the video, but it just went like, when I think I'm somebody, I'm easily offended. Then when I remind myself that I am nobody, then I can never be offended. Because you're always willing to fucking learn, motherfucker. Anyways, that's what I was feeling today. I'm really glad that I picked up this poem, especially that last line, being wise in our own eyes to myself. Good poem. Look, cheers for tuning in, whoever is tuning in with me. Slowly we're creeping up to fucking 200 videos, which will be wild. Which will be fucking wild. Anyways, cheers again. I'll throw my hands up. Deuces.